Hi, everybody. I'm Andy Giacomazzi, Interim Dean for the School of Public Service right here at Boise State University. And we are taking that classic elevator pitch to a whole new level. This is academics talking academics in virtual elevators. And today, my guest is Dr. Luke Fowler. He's the program's lead for public policy and administration. Welcome, Luke.
Hey, Andy, thank you for having me in this virtual elevator.
Yeah, absolutely glad to have you. You might think that I made a mistake and said programs lead, but I meant that, and I said that on purpose because we have a variety of programs in the School of Public Service in public policy and administration, and I was hoping maybe you could tell us a little bit about some of the new ones that we have in terms of our graduate certificates.
Yeah, in addition to our MPA and our PhD, we've just added new graduate certificates in state, local, and regional governance, environmental governance, and policy research. And what these are designed to do is to give students an opportunity to develop competencies in kind of a narrow area that don't require the same like intensity and length of time it takes to get a master's degree. And so if what you're looking for is something to add for your resume and kind of prove that you're an expert in kind of, one of these fields, it's a great, 4 classes that you take, and then you can kind of move on.
I love it. Really good stuff there, and really designed in some ways for individuals who are already working. Do they have the ability to take those classes online?
Actually, with one of our graduate certificates, it's called the Applied Public Administration Certificate. You can take them courses completely online. And what's really unique about them is they're 9 1 credit hour courses that happen every 5 weeks. And so every 5 weeks you get a new course, and these things are designed to be pared down, to be very practical, be very focused, and it'll take a year to complete. But once you do, you walk away with these amazing skill sets that can apply directly to your job.
What makes Boise State such a good place to study public policy and administration?
The short answer is the people. Our faculty are amazing. They're smart, they're engaged, they're invested in our students, and they really, really care about what they do. The rest of our students are, high level. I would hold most of them up against, students at any other program in America, particularly, and a lot of them are just here because they want to be in Boise. And so we do amazing work, and the people here are great. But the other part is at the School of Public Service here at Boise State, there are so many people that are doing cool, awesome things to make the world a better place. It can also almost be overwhelming. Like you get emails every week about all these cool things that people are doing. You're like, I want to be part of that. And so it's a great time to be part of this community.
Thinking about the prospective student who may be, in a profession right now, may have some life experiences, maybe a little bit older, would they be out of place in programs in public policy and administration, or would they be in good company?
Oh, absolutely not. The majority of our students are full-time working adults that are coming back. Like we've trended younger and younger over the last couple of years, but still the majority of our cohorts represent people that have full-time jobs, have families, have all this other stuff, but they're engaging in grad school because they want to, take the next steps in their lives and their careers, and they feel an education is really important in doing so.
Yeah, excellent. Whoa, looks like our elevator got jammed up for a second here. What floor do you
call maintenance?
Yeah, I think either call maintenance or see if you can get us to a different floor. Can you push a button?
Yes, I'll take us up to the 5th floor. That's where all the rest of the PPA faculty are. It's a great place to hang out.
Over in the Environmental Research Building, absolutely. Hey, Luke, now in addition to your program lead duties, and you do a ton of stuff, you got some great research going and collaboration and collective action, implementation, environmental policy. You do a lot of service. You got a new baby that's about to arrive. You're also the co-host of something called Big Tent Radio, which sounds a little circusy to me, but I know there's a great purpose for this kind of show that you actually co-host. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, that's a great question, Andy. And it is sort of a circus in as far as politics and public affairs in 2020 are kind of a circus sometimes. But it is co-hosted by me and 3 other professors here in the School of Public Service. And what we do is provide, objective analysis from an academic perspective on some of the things going on out in the world. We try to take, all these theories, all this knowledge that we know and, give it to a layman. A great example is this week with the elections, and we've tried to discuss how polls are done, some of the polling errors that occur, and what that means and how, you interpret some of these things, particularly that are coming from other news networks that are maybe a little bit more partisan or a little bit more biased in ways. And so we try to get around that and talk directly to a smart, engaged audience on these issues.
That's a great way to get information out. It's a great way to provide that expert opinion and perspective, and to do that beyond the 4 walls of an academic classroom. Big Tent Radio, how can we tune in and listen in?
We have the show every Thursday at 3:30 on Radio Boise, KRBX 89.9 FM, Caldwell, Boise.
Wow, it sounds like you've done that before.
Yes, a few times.
Final question. We just have a couple seconds left. If we know Luke Fowler, we know that he's a big college football fan, especially SEC college football. What SEC college football coach would make the best public administrator, and why?
That's a great question, Andy. And it is really about what you think of when you think of public administrator. I think if you go with like agency director, leader, you got to go with Nick Saban. He's unquestioned in his leadership, his strength of character, his ability to build processes and machines. But, if you're thinking about a public administrator as that bulldog on the ground, fighting for, his people and what he believes is right, finding ways around the rules, you got to go with Mike Leach.
You're going to say Mike Leach.
You got to go with Mike Leach.
Wow. Okay. There it is. It's official. It's Dr. Luke Fowler's perspective, and you can find him on the internet at lukefowler.com. No, I don't know exactly what that is, if you can find him there, but there you have it. Mike Leach and Nick Saban. If you go a different direction in how you think of a public administrator. Plus, I think Nick wears a great sweater. So there you go on that. Luke, hey, thank you so much for being part of Academics, talking to academics on elevators. We really appreciate your insights, your perspectives, and everything that you do in the School of Public Service.
All right. Thank you.
Absolutely. And we will see you next time with another guest on Academics, talking academics in virtual elevators. Thanks a lot, everybody.